After 4 games away from King Power Stadium, the Foxes return to their own patch, hoping to find the end of season form that will push them back to the Premier League. It's 8 wins from their last 11 for City here on Filbert Way, and whilst Leicester start the day in 3rd, they know a win puts them back to the summit of the Championship table. Visitors Norwich hold the final playoff place going into today's game. They've got a 4-point cushion from 7th. They arrive here in form, having won their last 3 and losing just once in their last 10 Championship games. Leicester have won on the last 3 occasions when these two sides have met. Team news: Leicester defeated just 4 days ago in Bristol. There are 3 changes made by Enzo Maresca, with Callum Doyle, Ricardo and Patson Daka into the 11. Dropping to the bench are Hamza Chowdhury, James Justin and Jamie Vardy. It's Hermansen in goal, Ricardo, Fass, Vestergaard and Doyle as the Leicester defence. Winks joined by Dewsbury Hall and Ndidi in midfield, with Fatawu and Mavididi either side of Daka. Well, for Norwich, they were victors at Carrow Road 2-1 against Plymouth on the bank holiday Friday, and for the 3rd game in succession, David Wagner names an unchanged team. So it's Gunn in goal, Stacey, Sorensen, Gibson and McCallum is their defence. Nunes and McLean in front, with Sarah and Sainz in the wide position. Barnes will play just behind Sargent up front. As I mentioned, it's a spring-like day here in Leicestershire. The stands have filled up very quickly, the flags are waving, the Blue Army looking to get behind their side. In terms of the changes, Jerry, 3 made. Did you maybe expect more because of the close proximity to the game on Friday?
Well, yeah, we have seen it, but I think, you know, at this stage of the season and the form that Leicester are in, Enzo Maresca needs all his best players on the pitch. No real surprise with the changes he's made. Callum Doyle obviously coming back in after that 1-game suspension. Ricardo Pereira, you'd expect him to start. Sorry, and who was
Which one?
The 3rd change
is Daka.
Oh, Daka, yeah. So Jamie Vardy, you know, he's played almost 90 minutes. It was 80 minutes or whatever it was on Friday. So yeah, but you can see Jamie Vardy coming on today, you know, if needs be. So probably, you know, question mark, why Daka not? Kelechi and Nacho. But other than that, you know, yeah, you know, the changes that have come in are all pretty nailed on, to be honest.
Interesting with the back 4, because with Doyle coming back, Ricardo back from injury, it's kind of the back 4 that we saw at the start of the season. Yeah. And I did check, those 4 have played together, Doyle, Vestergaard, Fass and Ricardo, 9 times this season. Leicester have won 8 games, lost the 1 here against Hull. Again, I'm clutching for optimism, clutching for signs, but is that one, that back 4 together?
Ricardo's the type of player that will try and grab the game by the scruff of the neck, you know, and get involved and make things happen. So he's wearing the captain's armband. He's our leader, so he's a massive plus to have him back playing today.
Norwich have got us underway. They're in their yellow shirts with green pinstripes running across, green shorts and yellow socks. Leicester City all in their royal blue, and in this first half they will kick towards Angus Gunn's goal, which is in front of the family stander. A good gathering have made the early morning trip from Norfolk over in that far corner. It's Norwich who have kept possession, with Jack Stacey wears number 3, clears the ball, but off the ball there was a clash of heads. Josh Sargent, and is it Yannick Vestergaard?
Yeah.
Wagner, the American-born manager, screaming instructions as the throw-in is taken just in front of him. It's his 5th time he's come up against the Foxes in his managerial career, yet to win against them, as Doyle looks to thread one through. It might end up at the feet of Daka. He's in a wide position with Gunn close by. He's played it off the shins of Angus Gunn. It will be a Leicester corner, but Doyle again sparking a Leicester move. Yeah, again, that shows you the variety that Doyle has with his passing. That's a lovely ball to try and get Patson Daka in and around the 2 centre halves of Norwich. Marcelino Nunes will take the corner on the Norwich right. It will be right-footed from the Chilean. Sargent, Gibson, Barnes will all be targets. Duffy is in at the near post. It's a low delivery. Oh, and it's got in! It's a touch at the near post. Potentially a move straight off the training ground. It was driven hard and low, and it was Sainz, was it, who got the vital touch in amongst the crowd of players at the near post. Question marks amongst the Leicester players. They will need to rally. They will need to come from behind. Gabriel Sara has given Norwich the lead after 19.5 minutes here at King Power Stadium.
Well, we're just watching on the replay. Sara just makes a run. No one tracks him whatsoever. It's a training ground move, there's no doubt about that. You've got the number 6 Ben Gibson on that near post. He makes a run out to the edge of the 6-yard box and gets a slight block on Dewsbury Hall, but no one's tracked the run of Sara, and he stood there at the near post on his own, and they've taken advantage of the zonal marking that Leicester use.
Duffy to his right, Duffy coming forward, ball over the halfway line into Sara. Stacey offside, the right back. A quick free kick chance is there here for Leicester. Dewsbury Hall, he's only got Daka in front of him, but he's floated one into space in behind Daka, with Fatawu making up the ground, and he's won the ball and he's coming into the penalty area. Daka and Didi on the edge of the area, tries to chip one into Dewsbury Hall. I think he got something on it. Norwich defending wasn't convincing, but then Barnes just volleying the ball away. McCallum, the player that Fatawu robbed the ball of, was down momentarily on the far side, but play continues, and McCallum back on his feet with Doyle floating a ball into the box. Gunn will claim the Norwich goalkeeper. Leicester 0, Norwich 1, 23.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, McCallum, you can see still struggling there, but it's good football. McCallum goes straight to the ground, but Fatawu straight on the front foot, wins it cleanly in my view.
Then it's Vestergaard, it's a diagonal ball out towards Fatawu. Immediately he's joined by Ndidi, but Fatawu won't need him as he goes past one. Then it's into Ndidi, but the pass wasn't quite accurate enough. It's back to Fatawu. He stayed onside. He's into the box to the byline, pulls it back to Daka, blocked by Duffy. Norwich able to clear, but good moments here for Leicester. Started by the pace and the skill of Abdul Fatawu.
Yeah, great play, great wing play for Fatawu. That's what you want to see. You know, the fans appreciating the work that he's doing, Fatawu. Keep giving him the ball.
Here's Doyle down the left line of the 18-yard area, back by Dewsbury Hall, and Didi looked to be in space, but it came off the top of his forehead rather than the centre of it, and it's gone high and wide. That will go down as a good opportunity for Leicester City and for Wilfred Ndidi.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, does he mistime it, or is there a little bit too much on it? Should he be at that back stick?
I think he's feeling confident after a few mazy runs, some good wing play from the Ghanaian on loan with the Foxes. From Sporting, here's Fass. He's still not at right back position. There he does give it to Fatawu. He's up against McCallum, comes back to Wout Fass once again, edge of the Norwich penalty area, back to Fatawu again, back to Fass again. Again, it's a ball that's delivered low, and then Fass winning it back. He's joined on the right by Ndidi. That's a higher delivery towards Mavididi, back across, goal! Kieran Dewsbury Hall on hand from close range to head Leicester's equalising goal. His 11th of the season comes at such a crucial stage of the season. And before half-time, Leicester are level. The ball from the right kept alive by Mavididi, and Dewsbury Hall with the goal.
Yeah, great finish. And it's only what Leicester deserve in all fairness. Yes, they've been guilty of conceding a sloppy goal, but going forward, I think they've been pretty slick today. While Foss has a goal, sticking it in there, swinging one in, it doesn't quite happen. Indeed, he gets on it, swings it to the back post from the right-hand side. And I just say, Mavididi does exactly the right thing. He can't really go for a goal there. He has to head it back across the face of goal. He does exactly that, and right into the path of Dewsbury Hall, who makes no mistake.
That's his 11th of the season. Joins Mavididi on the same number. Vardy out in front, 15 in all competitions. Fatawu uses his pace once again beyond McCallum, pulls it back. Daka with his back to goal, tees up Harry Winks, but it's straight at Gunn. Either side, and Leicester might have been celebrating a quick fire double. Brilliant play once again by Abdul Fatawu. full of pace, full of running, full of skill, and then the sensible option to spot Winks in space on the edge of the area, but Winks couldn't take advantage.
I think it's Vestergaard who goes and challenges with Sargent and just does enough to put him off.
Sargent scored 3 in his first 4 games of this season. He scored 11 in 15 since returning from injury. Mavididi on the Leicester left. Dummies to cross, then goes back at the full-back again. Has he kept it in play? Looks like he has. Fatawu controls on the far side of the box. Plenty of options. Uses Ndidi. Another handball claim. Waved away. It will be a corner. But this time more Leicester players ask the decision of the referee. That seemed more worthy of a shout than the first one, Jerry.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're just going to say again, there was a lot of bodies. I did say a hand poking out. We're going to say here, Fatawu just picks it up at the back post. Brilliant work from Mavididi. Oh,
Gibson, the player.
Well, his hands, in fairness to him, were not outstretched.
Throw taken. We're into 3 minutes of added time. We've already had one of them. Leicester were behind, now they're level. What can they do in the final couple of minutes of this first half? Mavididi, a few step overs to the edge of the box. Winks, a curling ball. Fatawu was in space, it's headed by McCallum to Fatawu, managed to get his shot away, but it's gone over the bar. Left-footed strike from just inside the penalty area.
Yeah, he's under pressure. Good ball in, you know, McCallum flushes line slightly. But he's in a good position to make Fatawu take a touch.
It's Bank Holiday Monday. Leicester hoping they will end this day victorious, and if they do, for a few hours at least, they'll be back on top of the Championship table. In the early seconds, Abdul Fatawu making another run down this right side. It's Wilfred Ndidi's cross. It was palmed away by Gunn, with Dewsbury Hall ready to score on the far post. It was important interception by the goalkeeper. Now it's Mavididi on the Leicester left, a cross that's headed away by McLean to the edge of the area. It was Ricardo trying to chest it down and force his way beyond the crowd of Norwich players. It's come back out to the right for Fatawu. It's offside, but within the first 60 seconds, Leicester almost finding themselves a goal.
Yeah, great play again. Trademark run again. How many times have we seen that today from Wilfred Ndidi? That underlapping inside forward run. They come inside for the majority, but this time just mixes it up, puts a good ball into the box, I have to say, but you know, there's 2 or 3 bodies just hovering, they're just standing and watching.
Wout Faes with a switch of play that we saw a lot of in the first half. Mavididi, he's up against Stacey, comes to the corner of the box where it's Callum Doyle. Left-footed, drilled past to Fatawu, lovely control, lay-off to Ndidi, and Angus Gunn coming from his goal at that near post, just inside the 6-yard area, and smothered the shot of Wilfred Ndidi. Quick thinking by the goalkeeper, but from quick thinking by the Leicester players to create the opportunity.
Yeah, quality again.
Short corner, Dewsbury Hall towards the far post, downward header from Callum Doyle, straight to Angus Gunn, who has been busier in the opening 2 minutes of the second half than he probably was in the whole of the first half, and that's despite Leicester's dominance in that first half.
A difficult header to get power on.
5 minutes gone of the second half, all of it played at the top end of the ground at Leicester attack. Dewsbury Hall's cross just above Faes, and Callum Doyle picked up on the near side by Fatawu with McCallum in front of him. He gave him a real ride in that first half. Laid off to Ricardo, ball to the far post. Leicester looking for a penalty. Play continues around Dewsbury Hall, who was on the ground. It's Mavididi, manages a back heel to Dewsbury Hall, 6 yards out, couldn't get his shot away. Norwich players surround him before he could release a left foot to strike goalwards. Well, all kinds going on there. There was a penalty appeal, and then it came back to Dewsbury Hall, who was looking for the penalty, but he couldn't score his second of the game.
Yeah, he's got it. For me, he's got to take that first time, John. You know, Mavididi with a little cheeky back heely type thing, wasn't it?
The cheer a moment ago was Kieran Dewsbury Hall charging down a potential Norwich forward ball. Meant that Norwich had a throw, and Leicester pinning the visitors in again. Switch of play by Doyle into the penalty area. Risky back pass that Daka nearly got onto. Gunn was out quickly. Daka's effort off target. Was there time to take a touch? Was there time to look at the options? Was there time to score? McCallum getting away with one there, and Daka unable to take advantage.
It's a chance, isn't it? Only he knows what he was trying to do, basically. Norwich.
They're playing dangerously again inside their own penalty area. The jeers, the boos, again were the Leicester fans just pointing to the referee. Maybe Norwich taking too long. Here's Ndidi, and Dewsbury Hall in space edge of the area, onto his right foot, laid off to Mavididi. Lovely skill to get away from Stacey, and slots it into the bottom corner. The Kop, the King Power Stadium erupts as Leicester City turn it around from 1 down. Now they lead 2-1. Looked as though the chance may have gone for Dewsbury Hall, but the scorer of the first becomes the creator as he found Mavididi, who hurdled the challenge and then slots it into the corner. Leicester in front, 2-1.
Great finish from Mavididi, I have to say. Great work. I think it was Wilfred Ndidi plays a square pass along the 18-yard box to find Dewsbury Hall. His first touch is decent. You think, go on, have a go. He doesn't. He chops back inside, and then you think the chance is gone. I think it's Stuffy gets out to him, comes back inside, but he finds Mavididi. He flicks it over the full-back Stacey, and then he just bends one with his right foot into that far right-hand corner. Again, it's a difficult chance to convert, especially from where he was, but he just pinpoint accuracy sticks it in that corner. Gun outstretched, left arm, just can't get anywhere near it. As you say, he has to play it with his left foot, just get anything on it to stop it going out, and it comes off the defender and away for a corner. So well done him.
Short corner, Dewsbury Hall collects it from James Justin, tries to shield the ball, which is out of play, and it will be a Leicester throw. Such was the attentions on Kieran Dewsbury Hall. His shirt, he's almost wrapped around the bottom of his shirt, wrapped around his shoulders. He's pulled it back into position as a throw-in is taken, and James Justin finds Vardy. It's a back heel, it's a flick from Dennis Pratt, it's laid off to Winks, it's charged down, it's Winks again, slaloming through the challenges, and on hand is that man Jamie Vardy from a few yards out, just places the ball into the back of the net before celebrating his 16th of the season, 8 in his last 9, a goal that seals 3 big Leicester City points.
Well, who else? Talk about being in the right place at the right time. You know, he doesn't get involved. He's involved in the initial build-up with a little side flick to find Dennis Pratt. But other than that, he doesn't get involved. He just hangs out at that far post, doesn't he? Just see there, Dennis Pratt recycles it out to Harry Winks. Harry Winks has a shot block. He picks it up. He's running with it. You think the chance is gone. He has another shot. Harry Winks, it deflects off a Norwich defender. He shoots with his left foot across goal. Deflects straight into the path of Vardy, who's, I don't know, 5-6 yards out. There's a defender on the line, but there's no way you're stopping Jamie Vardy from converting that chance into a goal. Just to relax things a little bit. There's no time for relaxing, obviously, but just a little sigh of relief going up.
So often Leicester's fox in the box, and there he is again. The celebrations as well, I'm sure they will have been captured on camera. Enzo Maresca leading them down the touchline, joined by Fatawu and Mavididi. They came off looking spent, well, they certainly found their pace again. Mads Hermansen, he's going to take a free kick 15 yards or so away from the halfway line. I don't even think his kit needs to be washed. He's not put on a sweat, Hermansen. It's certainly not dirty. And there is full time. A sigh of relief maybe, and a huge Leicester City win that maybe for a few hours will put them on the back to the top of the championship table. They did it from coming from behind. They were behind after 19 minutes. Gabriel Sara finishing a well-worked set-piece routine just past the half-hour mark. Leicester were level thanks to a close-range header from Keenan Dewsbury Hall, his 11th of the season. Steffi Mavididi just past the hour put Leicester in front. That was his 12th of the season. And Jamie Vardy, number 16 for him, 8 in his last 9, put the seal on the scoreline and made it far more respectable of what Leicester's performance merited. It finishes at King Power Stadium. Leicester City 3, Norwich City 1.